normal size beet. What the heck is this? This is a 3-pound beet that I got from Whole Foods yesterday. I needed 3 more beets, but I didn't know I could get something. Like, look at this! This is a bowling ball! Oh my goodness! So today I'm going to make a simple Beet Kvass. I had a friend of mine say, can you please just make a simple Beet Kvass so I can learn how to make it? I said, absolutely. It only takes salt, water, and beets. So I put a scarf on because it's a little chilly in our house. Right now in St. Paul, it's around 4 below. I don't think that's as bad as Pine City, where my friend Pine City Apiary is, because they were sitting at -15 this morning. So for this recipe, you'll need, I do 5 pounds of beets. Oh, Jesus. 38 grams of salt. I'm doing a mixture of Himalayan and kosher salt because I ran out of kosher salt. And 2 quarts of water. You'll also need a gallon jar, a lid, and an airlock. Before I do anything with my ferments, I always wash my hands completely. I also do the added step of spraying my hands with apple cider vinegar so as to disinfect my hands completely. First thing we're going to do is wash our beets. These are organic, so they haven't been steeped in pesticides, but you still want to get the dirt off. Beet stain. I wear gloves. So I guess we'll start with the bowling ball first. Let's see. I think I'm going to cut that off. And then, oh, I don't know. That's pretty. Cut that little nubbin off. I guess well, that wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. Pretty, huh? So cut it into 1/2-inch pieces. Now, that's a lot of beets. I do believe I'm going to have enough for 2 batches, so I'll make a plain, and then I'll also make a apple ginger Beet Kvass because that's my favorite. Okay, so we're going to fill this jar to about here with beets, and then we're going to put the brine on top. The brine is going to be a 2% brine of 19 grams of brine per quart. I'm going to get 2 quarts in there. That's 32 grams of salt for this gallon of Beet Kvass. I might actually get them all in there. Or maybe I want to stop there so that I can have apple ginger beet kvass. That's good. I forgot to tell you I need to add a cabbage leaf, and what I did was I kept my cabbage leaf from my last batch of golden beet kvass, and I'm going to use that in here. It's already inoculated with bacteria and yeast. A lot of probiotics going on in there, and it'll help to keep the beets under the brine. So I'm gonna stop right here, go get that cabbage leaf, and I'll be right back to you. So here are those cabbage leaves. I'm gonna use them to hold the beets under the brine. First of all, I need to make my brine right here. I have 2 quarts of water, and then I have 38 grams of salt. I want to stir it to make sure that all of the salt dissolves. I think we're almost there. Sometimes the Himalayan salt takes a little bit longer to dissolve because I believe it's heavier. Yeah, it's still cloudy. I'll continue stirring this and come back to you when it is dissolved. So while we're waiting for the salt to dissolve, let me tell you a little bit about why I started making probiotics. Several years ago, when I found out I had food sensitivities, I think it was 32 to be exact, certainly a wheat allergy or a wheat sensitivity, and definitely an egg allergy. I decided that I needed to do something about that, and mostly what I needed to do was heal my gut. So I started taking probiotics. Probiotics were like a miracle for me. It cleared up my skin, it cleared up many of my allergies, and I haven't felt better. My digestion is great. But I don't know if you know, probiotic supplements cost an arm and a leg and yesterday's toenail, and it was breaking the bank. So a friend of mine said to me, "So Karen, why don't you try eating fermented sauerkraut?" I was like, what? That just didn't make any sense to me. Then I found out that sauerkraut has billions of probiotics, and I could make this myself. So I started making sauerkraut, and things got even better. Then I discovered Beet Kvass, and oh my hallelujah, everything worked right. Although I love the store-bought Beet Kvass, that too was breaking a bank, because hold on, let me show you something. This jar of Beet Kvass, this one tiny jar, cost me $6.99. I could make quarts and quarts of Beet Kvass for $6.99. So I learned how to make Beet Kvass, and I haven't been healthier or happier. So the salt's dissolved and we're ready to get back to work. I'm going to pour the salt brine into that. Looks good. Time for the cabbage. I'm going to use one of the 2 cabbage leaves from the last batch because I want to save the other one for the apple ginger that I'm going to make next. Making sure all the beets are under the brine. I think we did it. Good. Now I'm going to get my sour stones and put them on top, and we can seal this up. A sour stone is just a heavy glass weight that goes down on top of ferment. Keep the vegetables under the brine. Today for this batch I'm going to use 2 of them. So although I don't necessarily need it because I have the salt, I'm going to add an ounce of my previous batch of golden beet kvass as a starter. The starter, along with the cabbage leaf, should get this ferment going really fast. If you've been watching my videos, you know that my house has some troubles with comm yeast, and you know also that comm yeast is more annoying than dangerous. So here is my solution to that. I go ahead and put a piece of plastic wrap on, then I put on my lid. I take a skewer, poke down, and after that, my airlock. I'm going to set this one aside and start working on the apple ginger beet kvass. And I have a 2% salt brine that I already prepared earlier. Fill it right up to the top. Right there. Good. An ounce of starter. Cabbage leaf. Sourdough. Apple ginger beet kvass, ready in 3 weeks. Well, I just can't resist that beet kvass I was using as a starter. I'm going to go ahead and have a shot. Perfectly fizzy. Still an amazing ferment. Thank you for coming back into my kitchen and helping me make my beet kvass, the plain one and the apple ginger. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and if you do, I hope you like and subscribe. And don't forget to ring the bell so that you can be notified when I'm coming back into your kitchen.